Okay, so the other day a female surgeon came in and she said to me, we think you've got this bowel obstruction. We think it's this, we can't really tell. So we're gonna go and do this operation and remove a small part of your bowel. It's a very standard thing, but still a big deal in my book. And she said, have you had a recent colonoscopy or anything? I said, yeah. And then I said, if the colonoscopy doesn't show you everything you need to do, you're gonna have to do another colonoscopy and keep looking till you find what's up. But then she just said, no, maybe sign this form to do the operation. Well, I mean, she didn't do it, didn't make me. I agreed to sign a form, with pressure in my opinion though, saying that I'm willing to go ahead with the surgery despite the fact that they don't even know what it is. But all of a sudden she goes and speaks to the head surgeon. He concurs with me that we need to do further colonoscopies until we find out exactly what's going on before we actually decide to remove bowel or what plan of action to do. Now that makes sense to me. Didn't make sense to the female surgeon for some reason until her big bosses and everybody talked to her and whatever. But that before you do a thing, like for instance, if the plumbing under your house, you'd put the camera down through all the plumbing and everything to make sure that there is a tree root that's grown through the plumbing and blocking it before you just go, there's a tree root blocking this, and dig up the whole yard and remove all your pipes, and spend a year on it and $100,000. You know what I'm saying? And this is a bit different to your plumbing because you replace the pipes with this. If they remove some bowel, it's gone. So they needed to be certain, and thank God this woman has gone and spoken to a boss and he's agreed with me. They need to keep doing colonoscopies until they know exactly what it is and know exactly what course of action to do, because it's not a fucking joke. You know what I mean? It's like, you've got to know what the fuck you're opening someone up for and why you're doing a partial bowel removal or something like that. You don't just wing it. I mean, is she drunk? Apparently, yeah. Chicks are drunk off their ass all the time. You know what they're like. Woo, it's spring break. So, luckily the head surgeon stepped in and said, we need to do a little bit more investigation before we just go gung-ho doing operations when we don't even know what the hell the fucking problem is. Sounds logical to me, sounds logical to most people. Wasn't that logical to the female surgeon. It's become logical to her now. That's come from the top rather than just from me. Eat my shorts.